So Campbell has a couple of interesting things to say with respect to the earliest religion, and this is where it makes sense, I think, to try and talk about where religion came from and to try and speculate on or figure out what a speculation should look like, what a theory should look like of what the earliest religion is. Because fundamentally, this is something that it's very hard for us to know. If religion is, as I have argued, something that should be studied with an eye that is keen to experience and what that experience is actually like for the practitioner, this is really something that complicates, perhaps beyond anything that we can handle, accounts of what the earliest religion is like, because ultimately we can't know. We don't have sufficient records at all of what that period is like, and so even trying to guess when it is a difficult thing. But nevertheless, there are still some interesting things that can be said, and Campbell provides a few of these, I think. And one of the suggestions that he provides, and this is one of the ideas that I think is interesting in his work, is that the earliest myth arises from the uniquely human consciousness, awareness, that we will die. And this is something not only that we're aware that death goes on around us, animals have to be aware that death goes on around them. This is no great mystery, this is nothing earth-shattering, but the consciousness that death is unavoidable, that it is something that is completely unavoidable, and that no matter what you do, it's something that you cannot get away from, that has a decidedly interesting impact. Because, of course, we have reason to believe, along the lines of argument that Campbell is going to make, that we want to avoid death, we want to avoid pain. Obviously, we have a number of instincts and tendencies associated with trying to avoid these sorts of things, and we can become quite neurotic when confronted with things that we can't change that are bad. And so, given that that's the case, this awareness, this rise in consciousness that not only death is present and is likely, but that death is truly inevitable, that nothing that you do is going to get you away from that fact, surely he is going to argue that has a significant psychological impact. And it's something that we should pay special attention to, he will say, with respect to the earliest forms of religion. That the earliest myths and our tendency toward religion is informed, at least in part, by this awareness that death is inevitable.